In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use Monday.com for manufacturing. We'll build a production-ready board using a template and then fine-tune it so it reflects how your team plans work, tracks materials, and meets deadlines. By following along in your account, you'll end up with a clear, reliable way to organize manufacturing tasks from start to finish. Start by heading to the Monday.com home screen. Once you're in your workspace, look for the blue plus button, usually at the top. This is your starting point for creating something new. Click it to open the Creation menu. From that menu, choose the Template Center. Templates are the fastest way to stand up a board with best practice structure so you don't have to build everything from scratch. Inside the Template Center, focus your attention on the left side navigation. Scroll or browse until you find the manufacturing category. This section collects templates designed for production teams, inventory coordination, and scheduling. Click Manufacturing to filter the gallery. From the list of manufacturing templates, select Work Calendar. This template is a solid foundation for production environments because it balances dates, statuses, and priorities, giving you a straightforward way to manage throughput and timelines across teams and shifts. Before you add it, take a moment to review the template's features. Look over the example groups, the column types, and the way statuses and priorities are set up. You're checking whether it aligns with how your team operates today. If you see a close match, great. If not, remember you'll be customizing it shortly, so you mainly want a sensible starting point. When you're ready, click Use Template. Monday.com will create a new board based on that design in your chosen workspace. Once it loads, you'll usually see a tips group at the top with helpful guidance. Since we want a clean, production-focused board, hover over the tips group title, open the three-dot menu on its left, and choose Delete Group. Confirm Delete Group again to remove it. This only deletes that group, not your entire board, and keeps your view focused on real work items. Now let's personalize the data. Click on the first sample item, often labeled Item 1, and rename it to something meaningful for your operation. For this example, type in cement. Use clear, specific naming conventions, part numbers, batch identifiers, or job codes, so everyone knows exactly what the item represents when scanning the board. Adjust your view for readability by resizing columns. Hover your cursor over the edge of a column header until you see the resize handle, then drag to set the width you prefer. Widen columns with long text or narrow those that just show a quick label or icon. Good spacing improves scannability during stand-ups or at a workstation. Next, update the status to reflect real progress. Click the current status. If it shows stuck, open the drop-down and choose Working on it to indicate active progress. These color-coded labels make it easy to understand the state of work at a glance, and they power automations and dashboards later. Do the same with priority. Click the priority field that might be set to high and change it to medium if that better represents urgency. Be consistent with your team's rules for high, medium, and low, so prioritization drives scheduling and resource allocation effectively. Set a date to define your deadline or key milestone. Click the date column and choose the appropriate day to keep production on track. Accurate dates help you sequence tasks, plan raw material availability, and align handoffs between teams. Finally, customize your structure. You can add new columns like people for ownership, numbers for quantities, a timeline for start and end dates, or remove any that you don't need. Keep the board as simple as possible while capturing what's essential: the work, who owns it, its status and priority, and when it's due. That balance gives you clarity without clutter. That's it. You started from the Monday.com home screen, used the Template Center to grab a manufacturing-ready work calendar, cleaned up the example content, renamed your first item, adjusted columns, updated status and priority, set a date, and tailored the columns to match your process. Save your changes, and your board is ready for everyday production management.